Hello, Ami. Welcome back to another episode of Taekook Twins FF. I hope you like the first two episodes, and you will get the link in the description box if you don't read the first two episodes. I hope you will love this. Thanks, POV. My body feels like it's on fire. There's no part of my body that doesn't hurt. I mumble voice around me. It's those four guys again. I have to get away. How did they find me? I tried lifting my arm, but it feels like they have submerged in cement. Why wouldn't my stupid body cooperate? My fingers twitch. I'm not safe. I need to move. I need to open my eyes. Who glued my eyelids together? My breath started to quicken, but that only increases the pain in my chest. Tears roll down and sides of my closed eyes. The sound of muffled voices intensifies, but I can't make out what they are saying. Come on, I can do this. Open your eyes, Taehyung. Open your eyes. Please, please, please. I'm not safe. I need to at least open my eyes. I let out a whimper. And finally my eyes shot open. I see a blending white light. Yes, I did it. I die. But if I am dead, why does it hurt so much? Oh no, am I in heck? I didn't do anything that bad. I skipped classes a few times and stole money from V one time, but I replaced it in a week. Oh no. Is that enough for me to end up in heck? My breathing increases even more, but then I register a voice. Please try to calm down. It's okay. You are in hospital. You have a lot of injuries and we need to take you to surgery. Hospital. I survived. What the heck? I collide head on with the trunk. With what is the supernatural is this? What if I survive? That means my brothers will come and see me. That means they will find out that I am not pure anymore. I can't let that happen. I can't let them know that I am dirty, broken. Please, my lips barely move and my voice came out as a whisper. The doctor realized I want to say something, leans down, almost pressing her ear to my mouth. I clear my throat and try again. Please, you can't tell my family that I am being forced. Only tell them about the car accident. Please, please, they can't find it out. The doctor pulls away from me, her eyes widen with shock and her mouth hanging open a little. I beg her again, pleading with my eyes. This time, I don't want them to find out. It would hurt them. They would pity me and I don't want that. We would be mad at me for letting this happen. I just want to forget it ever happened. Please, I whisper, fully unsolving my own. She looked at me for a few more seconds, then her expression changed to a sad one filled with empathy but also pity. I hate the look of pity in her eyes. My stomach felt sick. She slowly nodded and I drift into an unconscious state again. My head is pounding. It's hurt a lot over my body, but what about the pain in my heart? Will this pain ever go away? I feel something warm on both my arms. Oh my god, no, I'm being held down. No, this can't happen again. My breathing picks up and I yank my hand away, quickly opening my eyes. My brain is slowly to register my surrounding. I can't seem to focus. I feel someone gently touch my cheek. It's actually comfortable, and I turn to see who it is. I see V is looking at me with worried eyes. He looks awful. His hair is messy, but not his usual style messy, but actual messy. It looks like we hasn't washed it in days. His shirt is wrinkled and his eyes are bloodshot and puffy. Taehyung, you are awake. I'm so happy you are awake. He started crying and moves closer to kiss my forehead. I feel a pang in my half guilty of making him worry. Are you okay? No, sorry, that's a dumb question. You are clearly not okay. Do you need anything? Can I help you with anything? You have been unconscious for a week. I give him a small smile. I'm okay, don't worry. I feel guilty telling him I'm okay and not to worry. I never lie to V. It's really hard to anyways because we can usually tell when I'm lying. Maybe it was twins telepathy or something. V puts a straw to my mouth and I slurp up some water. I'm far from okay, and it's not from the physical pain only I'm in, but the mental and emotional pain. I feel a hand rest on my shoulder and I jump, leaning away from the touch. It feels like cockroaches are crawling on me when that hand touches my shoulder. Usually I am a touchy person. I love hugs and pats on my back and tiny kisses, but right now that gentle touch made me feel like throwing up. I'm sorry, Taehyung. I didn't mean to scare you. I look over and see my brother Hobi's face. Taehyung looks a little hurt and that I moved away from him, but he just mostly looks worried. I have always been closer to Taehyung than Jinhyung. We was more closer to Jinhyung, and of course I was the closest to V. I feel bad that I hurt Taehyung feelings. I really wanted to do that. No, it's okay, Taehyung. Hobi smile and reaches out to touch me again, but I unconsciously flinch. Taehyung immediately pulls his hand back. What's wrong, Taehyung? I can't let him know that something is wrong, so I reach out and squeeze his hand, fighting the urge to recoil. Jinhyung then moves closer to me and ruffles my hair while smiling. I can't deal with all the touching. I really feel like I'm gonna throw up, and so I did. I tried to move my head over the side of the bed, but my body hurts and was slow to react. I end up throwing up all over myself. V holds me forward so I don't choke on my own vomit and rubs smoothing circles on my back. Visitors don't feel uncomfortable or disgusting. It just felt normal, like how it usually did. Later, once I was cleaned up and doctor walked in asking everyone to leave while she did a checkup, I recognized her. She is the doctor I told not to tell my family about what happened. Did you tell them? I blurt out before I can stop myself, immediately looking down at my hands. Once I look up, she is smiling gently at me. No, I didn't tell them, but I think you should, and you should also file a police report. I shake my head profusely at her. No, I can't tell anyone. The only reason I even told her was because I was sure that the doctor would see evidence of this and disclose it to my family, so I ended up to stop that from happening. Okay, but you can't deal with this alone. I will get a therapist to come talk to you, the doctor suggested me. No, it's okay. I already have my own therapist. This isn't the first time I have almost died, and I don't want to talk to any different therapist. I think it would be it will be easier for me to talk to the one that I am more familiar with. I will give them a call and set up a meeting. I remember out she looked skeptical at first but then nodded. Well, I wasn't all a lie. I had almost died and I see a therapist, but I stopped going years ago. The doctor didn't need to know that though. Okay, well, only myself and other female nurses will check on you. Is that okay? Not revealed. While her touch was uncomfortable and I didn't like it, I don't feel the fear that accompanied the discomfort when both Taehyung and Taehyung touched me. Logically, I knew that they would never ever hurt me. They are actually the best big brothers I could ever ask for. Well, in recent years, we wasn't always close as Hobie and Jin-hyung had to live out of the city for their work, but some irrational part of my brain saw them as threats. The doctor finished her checkup, telling me that if I change my mind or need anything, to let her know. After she left, my brothers returned, followed by Jimin, Yoongi, and Namjoon. Jimin runs towards the bed and reaches out to squeeze my hand. I tried really hard not to panic. Jimin has been V's best friend for over 7 years. He is particularly another brother to us. He is a small boy, the same height as we, very enthusiastic and full of energy. Just before he touches me, leave my baby bro alone. He can't deal with your energy right now, Jimna. I let out a breath. I don't know. I was holding gratefully that I didn't have to be touched again, but I just wanted to show him my love. Jimin Venus, giving puppy cute eyes to we stick out his tongue at Jimin, who huffs in return. I spent the next few hours listening to Jimin and we talk about the most random things. I feel comfortable in every now and then, but I know the distraction from the terrible thoughts crawling their way to my surface in my mind. Thanks, baby. I'm sick of my brothers. It's the day after I came out of my 1 week coma and my brothers are driving me crazy. They all took off work and have been in my hospital room the whole day. Was that even allowed? I just need some space. The more time I spend with them, the more likely they are to figure out just how broken and disgusting I am. Every time I close my eyes, it's like I'm back there again in that room with those 4 guys and Hanji. I trusted him, and he betrayed me in the worst. How can I trust anyone ever again? The thought could turn on my heartbeat at the rate of the light. Why did I let myself trust Hanji? I'm pathetic. How could I let him and his friends do that to me? I could have listened to V, but I didn't. I didn't trust V's instincts. I trusted someone I have known for 5 weeks over my twin brother. I have known all my life. It's all my fault. I deserve it. Just like they keep telling me that night, I deserve it all. I'm so scared that they will find me and that Hanji will walk through my hospital door and I asked Hyung to get me a new phone and SIM this morning. I can't even look at the phone. It reminds me of that night, and I'm not sure why. Maybe because I used to wait eagerly, but that phone for Hanji to text me. Maybe because that phone was there with me that night, but I couldn't reach it to call for help. Maybe because Hanji still had that phone number and he could call me at any time. For whatever the reason, I never wanted to see that phone again. I can barely eat. I get nuisance every time that night pops into my head, which means I am constantly on nuisance. This morning, Hyung tried to get me to eat something since I hardly eat. That night before I ate, forced it down to make him happy. My stomach, however, wasn't having it, and I threw everything I ate. Of course, that only made Hyung more worried. I need to get myself under control, but it's hard to do that when I keep reliving what happened. When every time I close my eyes, I'm right back there in Hanji's apartment. This morning, I woke up with a cold sweat, hyperventilating and paranoid. We asked what my nightmare was about, and I had to lie to him. I told him it was about the car crash. He hugged me tightly until I calmed down, saying over and over again that I will be alright. I really want to believe those words, but I don't think I will ever be okay. I wish I died in the car accident. How did I even survive the accident? I cut off Hyung, who was talking to me about God knows what. I tried really hard to not let my disappointment show in my voice. It would have been so much easier if I died. We gave me an unreadable look, but they didn't say anything. Fortunately, the truck didn't hit your head on, giving the position of the vehicle. When the police and paramedical arrived, they said that you swerved out the way of the truck. I definitely don't remember that. Apparently, the truck driver had a heart attack and died while driving. Hyung finished, sadness creeping into Hyung's voice. I hummed a response and glanced back at TV frying. Did I really try to save myself at the last second? I really don't remember that. I had closed my eyes and then I remember the truck hitting me. You haven't called Hanji and he didn't come visit you in the hospital, even though I had left a message and told him you got into accident. What happened? We questioned, staring intensely at my face. My heart speeds up, my breathing becomes rapid, and tears well up in my eyes. I can't hold it in anymore. I let the tear fall, covering my face in my hands. I hear V next to me muttering murderous swears at Hanji. V wraps his arm around me, rubbing my arm and telling me that everything will be okay. He has said that to me a lot recently, but why can't I believe him? I cry in B's arms for what felt like forever. Well, when I lift my head, I see Hyung, Hobi and Namjoon standing there awkwardly. They realized yesterday that I no longer like to be touched, so they were holding back. If this was any other time, I would welcome a group hug, but now the very thought of that makes me feel uncomfortable and sick in my stomach. We pulls away from me and sits the side of the bed. Did Hanji hurt you? V's voice came out harshly and cold. He is pissed at Hanji, but a small part of me believing that his tone is directed at me, that he's angry. I allowed myself to get hurt. I just want to. I looked down at the bed, fidgeting with my fingers. I'm okay, I whisper. You don't answer the question, Thay. Did he hurt you? I pick up at V to find that his fists are clenched. Is he going to try to hurt me too? I quickly brush the thought from my head. I'm only certain of one thing. It's that we would never hurt me. With that in my mind, I reach out and touch one of the fists, squeezing lightly. We relax his hand and squeeze mine in return. His expression is still mysterious. I'm okay, really. God, I hate lying to him. I'm going to go ask him myself. We stand up. No, I cry out. We can't go at meet Hanji. That guy said that he would do the same to V. He said he wanted to see pain in V's eyes. No. I can't let him go there. Please, I'm okay, Taehyung. Then tell me what happened, Taehyung. I flinched at V's harsh tone and its expression. Looking back down, I shake my head. I don't want to talk about it now. I don't know if I will ever want to talk about it. I pick up at V just to see him turn and storm out of the room. I glance to the other side of my bed to see that my other brothers had silently watching the and exchange. It's obvious that they are angry too. They look at me with questioning eyes, but I shake my head and look back down at the bed. I was discharged from the hospital a week later. They kept me longer than they needed to because Hyung insisted I was on strict bed rest once I was discharged. The 3 weeks after my discharge from the hospital, we was still taking the role of caregiver very seriously. Since I was discharged, he has never left me on my own. I couldn't breathe without we asking if I needed anything. Currently, he is watching me as I am eating the food we made. Why don't you go to Jungkook? I asked him, hoping he would say yes, and I could get a minute alone. We told me about the Jungkook guy he met at the club. He told me about this the same night I came out of coma. It was when Jimin was there and we guessed and blushed through his encounter with Jungkook. It was adorable. I was happy for him. It was rare to see V this into someone. He has such bad taste in men and his relationship never lasted long. I knew we actually liked the Jungkook guy when we started looking for furniture and designing what we thought the room in Jungkook's dream house would look like. It was a weird thing he did. We had designed the room of my dream house as well as my other brothers and Jimin's. Well, I'll have used some of the stuff that we picked out. They were actually really good and somehow accurately captured our unique style. I felt guilty that I was the one who caused Hyung not to get Jungkook's number that night. Then, while I was recovering, we never left my side, so he wasn't able to go back to the apartment and ask Jungkook out. That was my fault too, and leave you all alone. No way, I'm never letting you out of my sight again, baby bro. We replies, I'm not a child, Taehyung. I don't need you to look after me 24/7. Besides, you haven't left my side since I woke up from coma. I don't want you to. I want you to be happy, and you clearly want to ask Jungkook out, so you should go do that. You should get back to work too. Your business is new, and I know you turn down clients because of me. I really do mean every word I say to Taehyung. I don't want him to put his life on hold because of me. I know what you are thinking. I'm not putting my life on hold because of you. You just happen to be a priority in my life and more important than the other stuff. I swear we can read my mind sometimes. Okay, fine, but you can leave me alone for a few hours. Besides, Jin Hyung is here. I suggest I'm sure we can use some time off for being my caregiver. We looks exhausted, not to mention I woke him up almost every night screaming because of the nightmares. He looks thoughtful for a moment, then nods, telling me to call him if I need anything. When Jin Hyung or Hobie Hyung are here, they usually leave me all in my room, periodically checking on me to make sure I'm okay. So when we leaves, I know I have about an hour or two by myself. I shove my head into pillow and letting the tears that I was holding in all day fall. I cried my heart out. Which POV thing is acting weird. I don't exactly know what is wrong about because he refuses to tell me, but something is wrong. Even though he is high, he always happy and smile brightly regularly. Recently, though, his smile are less frequently, and whenever he does smile, they feel forced and fake. I am convinced that this had something to do with Hanji. Taehyung still didn't tell me what happened, but anytime I tried to bring up Hanji or why he was on the road at 4 a.m., he has a panic attack. That is another new thing, his panic attacks. The triggers of his panic attack seems to related to people touching him. Whenever anyone other than me touches him, he started breathing quickly and immediately tries to pull away. That is really unlike him. Taehyung loves hugs and never used to shy away from people showing him affection. Every night since Taehyung came out of the coma, he wakes up in middle of the night screaming and begging for it to stop. I tried asking him several times what it was that he wanted to stop and what happened in the nightmare, but he never answered. He just cries and shakes his head. I am certain that the root of all these changes in Taehyung is Hanji, but I have no proof. I think Hanji hurt my baby brother. When I find out that what he did, I will murder him and happily go jail. I have a quick shower and get ready to leave the house for the first time in 3 weeks. I haven't left Taehyung's side since he was admitted to the hospital, and I think he is getting annoyed with me. Taehyung is almost fully recovered, but I still don't want to leave him alone. I call my assistant, literally the only person employed by Kim, my interior designing business. I had her refuse any calls and came in for business while I was preoccupied with Taehyung. She answers after 2 rings. Hi Joey, I will be starting working again from today, so if you have any calls that comes in, nothing after that 5 p.m. though. She says okay, and we catch up a little, then I hang up. She is such a sweetheart. I had to reduce her pay significantly because I couldn't afford to pay her while not getting any income. I told her that I would understand if she wanted to quit, but she insisted that she would stay and get another temporary job in the meantime before I head to the office to work on creating some social media pages and a website. I decided to visit Jungkook's apartment complex. It's crazy of me to think that Jungkook would even remember me, but I had to try. I felt really comfortable around him, and he was hot, like drop dead gorgeous, and I think going on a few dates with him would be fun. Now I'm standing in front of his door, shifting from one foot to the other. Should I ask Jungkook out while he even remember? I mean, that was 5 weeks ago. Would he even want to go out with me? What the heck? I'm never this insecure. If I want something, I go get it. If he doesn't want to go out with me, then that's his loss because I'm the one heck of the catch. Stick my chin on the knock of the door. I wait for a few seconds, but I didn't hear any movement inside. Jungkook is not home. I knock again. Oh my god, short kid. I turn my heels, blushing profusely. Oh my god, last time I was here, I came out of the apartment in shorts only. Oh gosh, this is so embarrassing. Where is the black hole when you needed one? First of all, I'm not a kid. A kid is a baby goat. I stick my tongue out at her and she started choking on her laughter. Second, did you enjoy the view? I know I'm smoking hot. I wink at her, blushing and even darker, said afraid if that's even possible. She literally started gasping her for breath. A tear rolled down her eyes from laughing so hard. I'm Ayu. Nice to meet you. She finally calms down and introduces herself. What brings you here? Are you looking for the guy that you used to live here? Yes, I'm looking for Jungkook. Used to. I reply, raising an eyebrow. Ideally, I would like to rise an eyebrow, but my face literally couldn't do that, and I looked like I was having a stroke if I tried. Yeah, he moved out about a week after your shorts incident. By the way, you are okay? You looked really out of that day. I blushed again at her shorts incident comment. He moved out. Well, that's disappointing. I guess no more hot fun for me. I'm trying so hard to convince myself that I'm only disappointed because I don't get to have fun with Jungkook again, but deep down, I know that's not true. Wait, did I even answer her? Yeah, I'm fine. Had an emergency with my brother, so my head was all over the place. Do you have a contact of number of Jungkook? This is madly creeping off me, but not from you level creepy, so it's okay. No, sorry, I don't. She gave me a sympathetic look, but maybe check with his immediate neighborhood neighbors. They might have the number of him. Nah, it's okay. This was a bit of a long shot to begin with. Thanks anyway. She leaves shortly afterwards, waving at me. My heart sinks a little at the thought of never seeing that funny man again. But what can I do? It just wasn't meant to be. I get back into my car and drive to a little office space no bigger than a container. That I call my office, my phone rings and I see a message from Joey. Joey, heavy. I got a call from a client asking if you can meet at their house today at 3:30 p.m. I pinned you the location. I look at my watch and I can probably walk for an hour before I need to get going. I create a Facebook page and an Instagram page and upload a few photos, but I don't have enough time to for the website. I give Taehyung a quick call to find out if he is okay, pick up my things and leave for the client's house. Jungkook's favorite has been 5 weeks since my one night stand with the beautiful blushing boy V. Jungkook, come on, V, you have tell me that if you are still obsessing over V after a month. I had to make you stop. How am I supposed to do that if you wouldn't get out of the bed? Jungkook tugs on the devote again, letting out a exasperated sigh. Piss off, let me rest for a while. I grunt and hear him retreat out of the door. I have been in bed since Friday night and it's Sunday right now. I finally decide to let we go and try to move on, but that somehow hurt more than the month I spent looking for him. It's almost like I'm going through a breakup. I have been finally come to realization that I'll never see V again. He would never be mine, and that harsh reality was hitting me hard. I planned on doing nothing this weekend other than watching some sad show and trying eating junk food, all in hopes of cleaning V from my system. V and his adorable tomato red cheeks. He's such a cutie little tomato. Ah, I shrank, jumping out of my bed. What the heck, Jungkook? Jungkook, the wonderful friend that he is, just pumped a bucket of ice cold water over my door, drenching my bed and me along with it. I snatched up a wet pillow and threw it Jungkook's head, which he easily took it. You deserve it. You have not gotten up, he says, glaring at me. You have to get ready for the barbecue. I scratch my head. What barbecue? Oh, the one I invited our friends to here at 4 p.m. today. Jungkook grins at me sleeplessly. Jungkook, what the heck? I glare at him. Well, Yoongi is finally free to hang out with us and he will introduce us to his boyfriend. I figured that probably you wouldn't able to drag you to wherever we would have that meeting up, so I decided to have it here. So you have to come. Jungkook looked at me smugly as I continue to bore holes into his head with my eyes. Okay, go shower and get dressed. He pushes me towards the bathroom before collecting my bedding and leave. I barely saw him over the past few weeks. We were all supposed to meet his boyfriend earlier than, but his boyfriend's best friend brother was sick or something, so Yoongi spent most of time with them. I turned on the shower and let the warm water wash away my thoughts of we from my mind, but the time I am dressed and walking towards downstairs, I hear Yoongi and Jungkook voice. I glance at my phone and see that he is over 1 hour and 20 minutes earlier. Look what the cat dragged in. A great Yoongi grinning at his offensive half. Jungkook, long time no see, Yoongi replies and give me a hug. How have you been? You look like you have something on your mind, Yoongi said, more like someone. I'm going to go pick him up later, but Jungkook told me to come help with the prep. Enough denying, now tell me details, he demanded, tugging me towards the couch. I let out a loud sigh. There is a super cute guy, he has brown hair and tiny and wear the cutest glass. I met him. Wait, this we? Is he a interior designer? Yoongi cut me off. I look at Yoongi in shock. Holy silly Yoongi. He is. Silly, is that your boyfriend? I ask, getting nervous. No, Pabo, but I think I know the we you are talking about. Is this him? Yoongi hold his phone out to me and I see a picture of an adorable cute guy, a cute blonde guy, and we. My heart tries to bump out my chest in excitement. Oh my god. Who's that cute blonde? Jungkook asked, a soft whistling escaped his lips. Oh, that's V. Taehyung, V's twin brother. Yoongi, what the heck? If you had come around more like last few weeks, I wouldn't have had to go through literally heck to find him. I scream at Yoongi, lightly punching his arm. Yoongi looks slightly guilty and smiles sympathetically. I'm sorry, everything was just so hectic. Taehyung was in a hospital and Jimin was really stressed, worrying about the twins. I don't have his number, but I can get it from Jimin. Okay, it's fine, you are forgiven. I'm just glad I found him now. Can I get his professional number? I don't want to freak him out by calling on his personal number. Plus, I really do still need to hire an interior designer. I ask, and Yoongi clenches. Yeah, you do. The furniture looks like it was just thrown in the room. I got V's professional number from Yoongi and spoke to his assistant, setting up a meeting for 3:30 p.m. today. I really should meet him in private just in case he rejects me, but I'm too excited and I waited too long already to see him. It's 3:23 p.m. and I'm freaking out. My hands are sweaty and I can't stop fidgeting. Dude, chill out. Jungkook tells me and pat my back. I just am so nervous. What if he doesn't even remember me? I would literally die if that happens, like right on the spot. I'm not even exaggerating. I get up and start passing. I'm way too invested in V. Even if he does want to go out with me, there is no way that he feels as strong as I do. What if I'm too intense and scare him off? He spent the last few weeks caring for his brother and thinking only of him, while I spent the last few weeks thinking only of him. Now, wow, I'm so out of my depth. I stopped passing. There really is a chance that he wouldn't remember me. The doorbell rang, pulling me from my scary thoughts. Jungkook, please get the door. I don't think I can move from this spot. Yoongi left about 35 minutes ago to get Jimin and should be back soon. Jungkook gets up to answer the door, rolling his eyes at me. I hear him greet me and hear the magical ring of his voice. He replies. And they finally land on me. My breathing hinges. He is absolutely breathtaking. He looks exhausted but still adorable. The world seems to stop. Our eyes meet. I can't I can't help the huge smile that separates across my face. He gaps and his mouth open and closed like he wants to say something. Then suddenly he flashes and the most beautiful smile I have ever seen, and he started running towards me. I smiled even wider and opened my arms to him. He jumped straight onto my arm, wrapping his legs around my waist and his arm around my neck. Putting his face in my neck, I wrapped my arm around him, squeezing tightly. He fished into my arms so perfectly. My heart swells, and every fear that I have ever felt of him not wanting to date me or me feeling like a creep for how much I like him disappeared. I feel at peace with him in my arms. I will hold on him as long as he let me. So everyone who watched today's episode, don't forget to tell me in the comment section. I'll see you in the next episode of this FF, and it will be on Wednesday 9:30 p.m. So keep waiting and be happy and healthy. Bye.